There's something about Mazda, a quiet confidence, a brand that doesn't shout or chase trends, it just builds cars that feel alive. And that's exactly what the 2025 Mazda CX-5 is all about. Not just another compact SUV, but a machine that connects with the driver in a way most crossovers don't even try. In a world filled with dull, utility-first designs, the CX-5 brings emotion back into everyday driving. From the moment you walk up to it, the 2025 CX-5 makes an impression. The latest evolution of Mazda's Kodo design language is still in play, but now it's sharper, bolder, more confident. The long hood, sleek profile, and sculpted lines aren't just for show. They give the CX-5 a rear-wheel drive stance, even though it's technically not. It's a crossover that looks like it wants to be driven, not just parked. Up front, the grille is wider and more assertive, flanked by slimmer LED headlights with Mazda's signature DRL signature glowing like a heartbeat. The bodywork feels tight, lean, athletic, a reflection of Mazda's obsession with detail. Even the color palette speaks to a sense of elegance and restraint. Soul red crystal, machine gray, rhodium white, every finish looks hand-polished, every curve carefully considered. But the real magic begins when you step inside. The 2025 CX-5's cabin is where Mazda truly shows its premium ambitions. Forget hard plastics and generic layouts. Here, you're greeted with soft touch surfaces, leather-wrapped elements, and an almost Japanese minimalist vibe. There's no clutter, just clean lines, quality materials, and an atmosphere that feels closer to a luxury SUV than anything in its class. The seats are redesigned for better support and long-distance comfort. Higher trims get ventilated Nappa leather upholstery, real wood or aluminum accents, and contrast stitching that elevates the whole experience. You sit slightly lower than in most SUVs, which creates a sportier feel. The dash is driver-centric, the steering wheel is thick and satisfying to grip, and visibility is excellent all around. Tech-wise, the 2025 CX-5 doesn't overwhelm you, but it gives you everything you need. A new 10.25-inch infotainment display sits high on the dashboard, now with faster response times and improved graphics. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, with wireless connectivity on mid to high trims. There's a high-resolution digital driver display, a crisp 10-speaker Bose sound system, and available head-up display that projects speed and navigation directly into your line of sight. Mazda doesn't chase gimmicks. Instead, it focuses on delivering features that enhance the drive. That's why the infotainment is still controlled by a rotary dial, not a touch screen. It's safer, easier to use, and doesn't distract you from the road. It's a driver's approach to design, and in a vehicle like the CX-5, it makes perfect sense. Under the hood, the 2025 Mazda CX-5 continues with its tried and tested powertrains, refined, reliable, and responsive. The base model gets a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine producing around 187 horsepower and 252 Nm of torque. It's smooth, efficient, and perfectly adequate for most buyers. But for those who crave more punch, the CX-5 Turbo delivers. This version comes with a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that pushes out up to 256 horsepower and 434 Nm of torque when fueled with premium petrol. It's quick, really quick. Acceleration is effortless, overtaking is a breeze, and the engine pulls strongly through the entire rev range. All models come with a 6-speed automatic transmission, not a CVT. And that's a good thing. This traditional gearbox is well-tuned, responsive, and gives you a direct feel that's missing in many rivals. Front-wheel drive is standard, but Mazda's iActive all-wheel drive system is available, or standard on higher trims, giving you confident traction in rain, snow, or rough terrain. But here's where the CX-5 truly shines, the way it drives. Mazda has always prioritized handling and engagement, and the 2025 CX-5 is no exception. The steering is precise and nicely weighted. The suspension is firm but comfortable, tuned to deliver both agility and refinement. It leans less in corners than most crossovers, responds quickly to inputs, and feels more like a car than an SUV. G-Vectoring Control Plus, a subtle torque management system, improves cornering by shifting engine power to balance weight distribution, helping you carve through bends with composure and grace. It's the kind of detail most drivers won't notice, but it makes every drive more intuitive, more connected, more satisfying. Mazda calls this philosophy, Jinba Itai, the unity between horse and rider. And it's not just a slogan. It's something you feel every time you drive a CX-5. Safety is a major priority in the 2025 CX-5 as well. Mazda's iActiveSense suite comes standard, including adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, driver attention alert, and smart city brake support. Top trims add a 360-degree camera, front and rear parking sensors, and traffic jam assist. The CX-5 isn't just fun, it's smart and secure, too. In terms of practicality, the CX-5 balances style and function well. Rear legroom is solid for adults, and the seats recline slightly for added comfort. The cargo area offers around 872 liters with the seats up, expanding to over 1,680 liters when folded. It's not the biggest in class, but it's usable, accessible, and neatly finished. A power liftgate is available on most trims, and the rear floor is flat for easier loading. Now let's talk about trims. The 2025 Mazda CX-5 comes in several variants, starting with the base Select, moving up to Preferred, Premium, and Premium Plus, then to the Turbo and Turbo Signature. Each step adds features, luxury, and performance. Even the base models feel well equipped, but it's the Turbo Signature that truly impresses, with exclusive interior materials, all-wheel drive, 19-inch alloy wheels, and every feature Mazda offers. Fuel economy remains competitive. The base engine delivers around 27 mpg city and 33 mpg highway. The turbo models, despite their power, still manage around 23 mpg city and 28 mpg highway. Mazda's SkyActiv technology continues to prove that you don't need electrification to be efficient, though rumors suggest mild hybrid versions could arrive in select markets by 2026. As for pricing, the 2025 CX-5 starts at an estimated $28,000 USD for the base trim and can climb to over $40,000 for the fully loaded Turbo Signature. For that price, you're getting a crossover that drives better than almost anything else in its class, and feels more premium than many rivals with fancier badges. In markets like Indonesia, the Mazda CX-5 is often seen as a premium alternative to Japanese mainstream SUVs like the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. It may not offer third-row seating or hybrid options yet, but what it does offer is quality. Consistent, reliable, emotional quality. And for many buyers, that's worth more than raw size or spec sheets. The 2025 model continues this philosophy. It doesn't chase trends. It perfects them. It doesn't scream. It whispers, with confidence. And that might be the CX-5's greatest strength. It knows exactly what it is, and doesn't pretend to be anything else. For families, young professionals, and anyone who enjoys the drive as much as the destination, the 2025 Mazda CX-5 remains one of the most well-rounded crossovers on the road. Beautiful to look at, a joy to sit in, and surprisingly fun to drive. In a market full of compromises, the CX-5 stands out as a car that remembers why we fell in love with driving in the first place.